All right, camera
See,
speed.
for those, I'm going to talk about my indigestion and my flatulence, if that's okay. Is that, like, on brand for you guys?
Yeah. Oh, dude, 100%, bro. Yeah, do it in the mic.
Yeah, you can talk about whatever you want, man. Just talk about it with the mic up close to your face and with gusto.
Let me drop my feet out of frame. I don't want to scare away people. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird.
Are you doing the dishes? Are you doing the dishes right now, man?
Sounds like he broke.
You're
a
like
dish.
doing the dishes, dude. You doing a dish?
A dish.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I have cups that are clean already. And we are filming a podcast.
The
Did it
aesthetic
break?
of the butterfly is pretty nice, though.
Did the wine glass break? What the fuck's up, guys? My mic was off. Did the wine
How we
glass
doing?
break?
We made it, dude. We're here. Another episode of 2 is better than 1.
We should do a real entry, though, right?
Do what? That was
Entry.
it, bro.
That was the
We're
entry.
here.
I'm going to do a real
The
one.
fucking boys are here.
I'm going to do a real one. We did it. Hi, guys. Welcome back to 2 is Better Than 1. I'm doing a real one.
Dude, mine was way cooler. Mine was way cool. I just come busting in, just what the fuck's up,
You broke a
guys?
wine glass. You decided to do dishes, and then
What
you
the fuck's up,
the
guys?
worst
Welcome to another
intro
episode of 2 is Better Than 1. We're here with the big dog, Zach Russell. Boom, baby. Hey, theme music.
Zach, so in some circles, you're known as the guy who made the final shot in in the 2005 Layton, Utah 8th grade basketball championship.
7th grade.
7th grade, so it's 2004.
I want to say 04.
Okay.
There's some crushed
Yeah.
7th
So
graders
wait,
that
wait,
still
wait,
go
wait,
to
wait.
sleep at night. Just
How has that impacted your worldview today?
hard-hitting
I
questions.
told you I didn't want to talk about the game-winning shot. It gets me going. It gets me a little too hyped up. It's the greatest feeling in the entire world.
Can you do a recreation of the celebration that you did? for it?
Absolutely not. You know, this actually ties into what we were talking about earlier, because now there's that other guy who puts his finger in the air that everyone's talking
Oh, the
about.
brother?
Yeah, that guy gets it at least.
No,
Wait, what would you do?
Okay.
you, like,
So,
pantomime
dude,
it
just
out
be
for
me.
us?
Be me. I'm young. I'm bigger than everybody. You know, and big enough to be bad at basketball, but good at like 7th grade basketball.
Yeah.
And you know,
you could throw your weight around a little, and it
exactly.
mattered. Yeah.
Shot goes in, clock goes off,
Buzzer beater?
buzzer beater, finger in the air, running around the court, crowd screaming, all 30 of them there at the
All those parents.
Yeah, all the
The stoked
I've never
parents.
seen my parents more proud of me to this day.
Really?
Birth of my children. I'm sure at my wedding, you know, like they're that game-winning
So
shot.
you knock
yeah.
it in, you point up in the air, like
Run.
on God
I
sort of
want
thing.
you to do a demonstration of it. Will you do one?
No.
No.
Hard no.
All right, we'll do it later. Swipe to the clip.
Yeah, swipe to the clip. And then you're pointing the whole time up in the air?
Just running, finger in the air, team jumping on my back. I could carry all 10
All
of
of
them
them, dude.
because I'm a foot taller than them and got 100 pounds on.
That's
all
got to
of
be
them.
a sight to behold. Just a couple of just hot 7th grade Mormons just jumping on one big dude.
The other parents, the opposing teams, going like, "Let's see the birth certificate."
Oh shit! They were oh damn! They were pulling the Obama thing.
What? The Mormons invented all of that, dude.
Yeah.
They really, truly did. They're like, we want to see the birth certificate.
Dude, it's actually crazy though. In Utah, and like especially with Mormons, basketball is a different breed. Church basketball, Mormon church basketball,
yeah.
crazy.
What do you mean?
It's like
Like
Rucker
college
Park. It's like
football in
Rucker
Alabama?
Park level stuff. Like it's the only times Mormons are allowed to let loose. You can do anything. Church bas. You're playing on a church floor,
Yeah.
carpeted.
Oh, wow.
Balls
That
work
sounds
really good in
nice.
there though. Bounce well. But yeah, it's crazy.
Like finely
intense.
carpeted. Like it's because it's
Yeah,
got
like church. You've been. I don't, I don't know when the last time you were in a church. It's been a while for me, but it's like that buzz cut golf course green texture
That's
carpet.
nice.
Falling sucks.
Yeah.
Wait, you
And the
played
parents-
basketball on that?
Yeah,
On turf?
it's like carpet.
Oh, okay.
And
It's like such thin carpet that you don't even really recognize that it's carpet.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's intense. It's intense.
Yeah.
It's nice.
They're allowed to curse, even though they're in the church while they're
Yeah,
doing
they're
it.
like, fucking roll tide. Like going nuts. It's like college football for them.
Yeah.
They're just throwing glizzies up into the stands.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do we? Zach is in our was in a band that ruled with us called Smug. And it was good times. We had some good times in that. And we don't really play anymore as a band because we're not a band anymore. So for those asking, and keep asking, we don't play anymore as a band unless something big happens. Dude.
Some huge offer.
Career change.
Unless a massive life-changing offer comes through the door,
Yeah.
we're chilling right now.
Like Drake is like, we need a cool hip Buffalo rock band to open up for my.
Yeah. No, but right now, since we're not doing that anymore, and among other things, you are running F.A.T. You're the owner operator of F.A.T. That's why this is the F.A.T. episode.
This is the F.A.T. episode. And also, just because this is really funny, this is probably my favorite story that happened recently, is we went to go see that concert the other day, and we were, after the end of it, we were outside of that church, like hanging out, and some dude, me and Evan hear some dude come up to Zach, and he just goes, "Hey, you're that fat guy, right?"
Yes, dude.
Dude,
Which is the
Your dreams come true.
that
It's finally
happens.
happened.
It actually happens a lot. We were Kayla is known like as my partner. Someone walked up to her at a restaurant. It's like, "Are you fat?" Right?
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah.
And I love my
I'm
fat.
so-
I love my fat regulars. And
Do you guys have a name for like the F.A.T. fans yet?
I just
Fatties, dude.
yeah.
Dude, I'm so glad I named
yeah.
your company the best name ever, bro. Come on.
So it's F.A.T. It's a late night food truck /
It's
food. It's just late night food.
Food after 10.
Food after
after
10.
10.
Yeah.
It's great. For those in the Buffalo area and not in the know, go get it.
Yeah.
Order it from DoorDash. It's available from 8 to 9 to 1 in the morning.
Or
done.
stop in
Yeah, you-
so DoorDash doesn't take 30%.
Get the plug in.
Making bomb ass handies for all the boys and girls in Buffalo. Zach, you saw this was pretty cool. The branch that fell on the car outside. That
No,
was
I
nuts.
didn't. I saw the picture you sent me. Somehow I parked my car, walked past it, and didn't.
You walked right past.
I
it?
must have, because I did not know until you called and said that it was out there.
Did
So I'm
you-
gonna try to see it on my way back, but I might have parked before it. I'm not really sure.
Did you? You can put the picture up in the lower third there for the audience to see.
Blur out the license
Did you
plate.
drive Kayla's car over?
No, I drove my own car. Did
That
you
was-
drive your
that's
mom?
your- that's
did you
your-
Did you drive your mom's car still?
Zach, that's your car out there?
That's my car.
The Subaru, right?
The in the grandma gold. Yeah.
It's just kind of a girl's car. That's all. I was just wondering. It's not Kayla's.
You're still driving your mom's car.
Dude, come on, bro. Yeah, the Civic Sport, baby. I'm in the future.
Guys, it's not guys. Guys, it's not about like if the car is like a male or a female car
Yeah,
or anything
no.
like that, because at the end of the day, there is no such thing as like gender for a car. Like we're not even like gender. At the end of the day, like we're humans. You know what I mean, dude?
What?
Yeah,
Sure.
we're hold on, dude. Yeah, we're we're humans, and I think that we have to come together as one more often. And it's just like one of those things where I'm just tired of hearing this from both ends of the spectrum. Hold on one second.
That's. Can I have one of those?
And I'm tired. Yeah, and I'm just tired of hearing all this stuff, dude.
What is this?
It's a Pez.
No, I know what the Pez. I know what a Pez.
Oh,
is.
that's
that's
My Little Pony.
the,
yeah.
It's sick,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I got back into Pez.
I got back into Pez like a year or two
Oh
ago.
no, thank you. I'm all Pezzed out. Violet loves Pez. She'd actually freak out if you ever gave that to her. If you ever get sick of that dispenser, give it to Violet.
Well-
She'd love that.
Dude, Pez rules.
I got one more packet of Pez after this, and I can give it to her. But
I had a. You ever like have something happen to you a really long time ago, and then first you think about it, and then like and it's been years at that point, right? But then you think about it again, and everything just kind of clicks. Has that ever happened to you guys before?
Yeah. I can't think of a specific time.
But like you guys,
But I know what you mean. Yeah.
This happened to me this morning, right? I'm folding laundry, and for some reason, I think back on when I was in college. I thought back on a student that a co-student. What's the right word for that?
Classmate.
A classmate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I had a classmate that I thought about, Weston Hirsch. Did I tell you guys?
Dude,
did I ever tell you guys about Weston?
That's a really good name.
Wait, yeah, I think so.
Zach, I've told you about Weston.
I mean, we were living together when you were in school, so I have
This
to.
was this happened after I was living in the Allen house. When this
Oh.
all
I don't
started.
want to
Okay.
use a slur or anything for him, but he was kind of a fucking nerd, right?
Yeah, dude, but that's not it's the least of it, bro. Yeah. I thought back on him, and dude, it all clicked. This is kind of a lengthy story, though. I hope you guys are okay with it.
Oh, lay it on us.
I can hold this till the end if we need
No,
to.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
go
This is
ahead.
just something
Wait,
I need to get off my chest, bro. This is a long time coming for me. This is
All
my
right,
day
yeah,
of therapy, boys. You guys got to sit back and just Freud it up.
Yeah, before the story, just real quick, just
I'll try and be quick.
huh?
I'll try and be quick.
Trying to be quick. Just cut to the sponsor really quick. Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Take it.
So we have to dial this back all the way to pretty much my first day of class, right? Of this class that I was taking in college. I'm sorry, Zach. I was taking a film class that my boy Quinn, who I'd met in a previous class, Philosophy 101. And at this point, I'm like in my senior year at this point, right? And I'm in my senior year at this point, and I finally get into this class. And I'd been Philosophy 101 was sophomore year, so this is a long time coming, right? This class gets filled up every year because this guy who was the teacher of the class, he was like a super big deal. Like he had like a couple roles in like TV back in the day. He was part of like the academy that would judge like movies and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so he would actually get like early movies. And I remember my boy was like, yo, we got to see, I forget what fucking, it was like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or something like that. He's like, we got to see that. Like, it's not even coming out until next year. And we watched like half of it. He's not even supposed to do that. So keep that on down low. But he would do that. He'd sneak that stuff in. He was a cool guy, right?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, you can't do that, bro. That's illegal.
No, I won't tell anyone.
Yeah,
okay, no. Keep going.
So I finally get in, right? And I'm like, this is gonna be the greatest year. I'm walking in, and I'm usually kind of late to classes, and I'm pretty late to this one, but like, so is this cool ass new teacher, right? So he's not there yet, and I walk in, and there's a couple seats left in the small classroom, and I immediately, the first seat that I see is next to this boy, who I don't know yet. But he's a little off-putting because in front of him is like a bunch of like Tupperware containers and like a big like thing of, I'd imagine, soda. I don't remember what it was at the time, but so
You're
this
like,
dude's
okay, you're
setting up
like-
shop
you're
already.
like, okay.
First day of school, dude. You know.
You're like, okay, big shot. I'll
Yeah,
sit
yeah,
down
President,
next to you.
like, I'm gonna eat.
So I go to walk up because the seat's open next to him, right? And I remember I'm not really looking or paying attention, and I go to like kind of set my stuff down. I see he kind of moves stuff out of the way. I look up at him. We make eye contact for the first time, and in my head, I'm just like, nope. I walked away. Yeah, it felt kind of bad because it was kind of a douchey move. Like we're like looking at each other, and then I was like literally, look at me, Zach. You're Weston, right? I don't know his name yet, and I go, and then I turn and I leave, and I go sit across the room, right, at another empty seat. So class begins.
But this story doesn't end with Weston.
I'm sorry, it's a little bit of the story. Yeah. So class begins, and he starts telling us about like what we're gonna do, and he's like, we're gonna pretty much just like, you guys are gonna make a movie this semester, like a short film. I'm gonna group you guys up into like, you know, circles, and you're gonna all like take the director role, the writing role, producing role, blah blah blah, and make like an actual like 5-10 minute movie. Pretty cool. So he's like, this is going to be most of the semester. Otherwise, we're just going to do like little fun things, and I'm pretty much just going to give you an A. And I'm sitting there being like, this guy is cool.
Yeah.
This
No
guy's
wonder
the
his
man.
class fills up so
Yeah.
fast.
And he goes, he's like, just start at the back of the room and start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then like that's gonna be your groups, right? So we do that. We get into our pairs. Lo and behold, this guy's in my group that I wasn't gonna sit with. I find out his name. His name's Weston Hirsch, dude. Weston Hirsch is scarred into my fucking memory now
So
after this point.
just as a quick interjection, had you sat next to him, he wouldn't have been in your group.
Yeah,
It was fate.
Unfortunately.
It was
Oh,
fate.
yeah, dude.
So, yeah, it really came and bit me in the ass there. So we do this whole movie, and like, you know, we're like, I remember he comes in hot. We break up into the groups, and he's like, I should probably world build on Weston a little bit. He's like, dude, my height, 250, maybe 300 pounds. He's a big boy, right?
Yeah.
He speaks like, and I want to make sure I'm not derogatory here. This is literally how he speaks.
Really think about it for a second.
We've said his full name.
Dude, he's not gonna see this, bro. He's not gonna see it. He goes,
Weston,
"Hey
just so you know,
guys,
we love you.
hey guys, I'm Weston, and I just want to make sure that I really think, dude, I think I should be the director of this movie." This is just how he sounds. Now imagine making a whole movie with this dude and like having to take that seriously, right? So we're immediately, all of us are like, this guy is not going to be director, right?
This guy's gonna be the lead actor.
Yeah.
The guy's a fucking star.
So we make this whole movie, and I, for some reason, volunteer because I'm the only dude. I'm like 27 at this point, right? And all these kids are like 18. So I'm like, I got a house, you know? And they're like, you have a house?
You don't have a house.
I'm like, yeah, I'm 27. They're like, what? Like, yeah, let's go make it there. We go to Allen, and like everybody, we get a whole crew. We got like actors. We're gonna make a horror movie, like a short film, and I'm the lead producer of this movie because I'm like, what's the least thing I can do in this to like get a good grade? Order pizza. I get these like the Oreos. It's around that time where they made the white frosted Oreos. Remember those? You know those?
Trash.
So this is January.
Yeah, it's right around then,
Yeah.
and it's
It's a winter semester.
yeah,
okay.
it might have. I think it might have been later. So it might have been the before, like the November-ish time.
Couldn't be.
Yeah,
Nope, they don't start selling the white chocolate Oreos until
it's after Thanksgiving, dude. What are you talking
Huh?
about? It's like after
No,
Thanksgiving.
no,
Come on,
no, dude, no. It's December 1st.
that's okay. Well,
That
that's
is
after
3
Thanksgiving.
days after Thanksgiving usually.
So I get 2 boxes of these white fudge Oreos, right? And I bring them back. I'm proud of these. I set them all up for everybody. Yo, Weston comes in and just starts fucking munching them, bro.
No, dude.
Yeah, dude, they're expensive, and like I
Yeah.
wanted everybody to experience how good they are. And you know, I'm doing other stuff. I'm producing. I'm like making sure lights are set up and stuff. And Weston is just meanwhile just munching away. It's a piece of shit. Either way, we make it.
Do you know how rare and expensive those are?
He sure didn't.
Like he's like, oh, these are
He's
nice.
like, these are really good.
And you're like, I know, dude. You're like, I know, buddy. Yeah, I fucking.
I really
you can
like
only
these
get them
white-
2 months out of the year, and they're pretty rare.
Really like these white fudge Oreos. Dude, and he's annoying everybody, right? Like, because we did not make him director. We demoted him to like, I forget what he was like holding the fucking
Yeah, the
boom.
boom,
or something.
boom,
Yeah, I forget
boom
what he was doing.
operator.
And he's like putting his like, he was literally
You can hear
like,
him heavy breathing from the boom mic.
yeah, dude, and he's like, what the fuck's it? He's like Harry Weinsteining, or what's his name?
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinsteining, like girls. Like I remember him like touching a girl inappropriate at one point, just not even knowing, dude. Just being like, I think you used to be like over here. It's like, dude. And so like this, I remember the girl looking at me, and I'm just like, all right, Weston, come on, dude. Like let's get over here. Like here's some more white fudge Oreos. So. But the movie was actually pretty cool. Either way, dude.
What was it called?
Fuck, this was a long time ago. But what was it called? I don't know. If I find it, we'll pull it up. I can definitely find it. I can't remember.
Well, I guess
out
if
there.
we
I'll ask
find
my
it,
boy.
cut to a clip.
I'll ask my boy Alex, who was the director of the movie,
Okay.
who was cool, and also we had we all got together and had a "What do we do about Weston" meeting at one point. We didn't invite him. And then he found us.
Dude.
I know, dude. He's not always like this. He just goes on tangents sometimes. I'm sorry, man.
I bet if we left, he wouldn't even notice.
Like, honestly, he probably wouldn't, but I feel like we should probably just give this to him.
Okay, let's give him 5 more minutes.
Yeah, dude, just give him 5 more minutes. He's my brother. 5 more minutes, then you and me can go to Burger King and get a couple of double cheeseburgers, you know? You and me, buddy. All right, let's listen.
So either way, we do the movie. There's a big premiere. He like is asking. I've been a dick to him this whole time, right? Like I was not being that nice to him. He asks me at the end of the semester if we want to like hang out and like make another movie. He's got a bunch of ideas.
He thinks you're like a big time. He thinks you're like a big time
He's
producer.
like, I think we should all do this again. And we're like, no, like, this is for a grade, buddy. Either way, to come back to dial it back to Zach's previous point.
Yeah,
I think the
what
moral
was
of the
that,
story
dude?
here-
What was that 10 minutes ago? I can't remember. Like,
I think the moral of the story here is that you need to, if there's anything uncomfortable in life, you need to immediately confront it and deal with it head on. Because then you're going to get rid of it immediately. You're going to deal with it and it'll be gone. But if you run away from that problem, you sit across the class. You're going to have to deal with that shit all semester, bro.
Okay. Well, I
And
guess.
how did that all click for you recently? Because you said that.
Dude, I just thought about him. Like, for some reason, I had, like, a stupid T-shirt. I think I was holding, like, that in block. He would always wear the
Dude,
dumbest
Weston is
T-shirts,
taking
dude.
a beating right now.
Yeah.
Poor kid. This
For
guy's
like now
probably
about
like
12 minutes, we've just ripped on Weston. Like, I guess if
Dude,
if we have a clip of the movie, swipe to the clip of the movie. If
I
not,
will. It was a horror movie. It was
yeah,
cool.
a horror movie,
Yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get the cellar. Get the cellar now. Move!
I'm just picturing Weston now. If they're like, was he like a freshman or a sophomore?
I
or?
think he was a sophomore.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he's
yeah,
probably
yeah.
19, 20. So Weston's like 30 years old right now.
Yeah. Because he thought he was.
Just-
I remember he thought he was a hot shot because he's like, guy, if I'm a sophomore, so I'm probably the oldest here. And I was like, dude, I'm 27. I have a house.
The borderline embarrassing comeback from you, Craig.
Oh, it was so
No, I'm
crazy.
so much
It was
older
so
than you.
embarrassing, dude. The
Um,
whole time. Yeah.
It's funny. I don't remember that story at all, like that guy at all. But as soon as you said his name, like Weston Hirsch, I was like, that's a fucking badass. Like that guy
I'll
has a
never
badass
forget
his
him.
name.
Yeah.
That's a good name. Second
Dude,
best name I've heard.
Weston Hirsch.
Dude,
That's
he
a good
ate.
name, dude.
is
Like Weston Hirsch is an
fine.
action movie star.
Dude, we were in.
Do you want to hear the best name
Zach,
I've ever heard? in
Weston
Buffalo?
Hirsch wrote the action movie.
Hold
maybe.
on. We were an hour 45 into the shoot, and I went to go get the white fudge Oreos to calm Weston down from touching ladies. They were all gone, dude.
No.
Weston
Well,
just
do we
munched
know,
all
can we,
of them, dude.
Can we be 100%
And that was the
sure it
moment-
was my boy Weston?
Yes, we
Oh
can.
my
dude.
God.
Yes,
That's
we can
so
because I
much.
asked. I would then take some people aside and be like, "Hey, you good?"
I just would like to cut in and say, Weston, if you have ever been to Food After 10, I love you and appreciate you.
No, dude, he is not. bro.
That's-
He is
okay,
not
no,
been
this
there.
is great. I think this is a great moment to pivot from the Weston.
Wait,
I'm
hold
sorry.
on.
Oh,
Zach,
wait.
No,
Zach.
hold on real quick, though. I want to say one thing related to, I think that Weston Hirsch, first off, badass name. Second coolest name I've ever seen in Buffalo. The coolest name I've ever seen in Buffalo. Maximilian Winterburn.
Wow.
Great fucking name.
Yeah,
Hold on,
That's a
I'm gonna. We lost control. I'm gonna make sure we're fucking recording. Just gonna flip the thing. Keep going.
Um,
That's
damn
pretty
it.
cool, dude.
I think you should, out of respect to my boy Weston, bleep out his last name.
Okay, yeah. Dude,
Maybe
I don't
for
even think he lived. I don't think he's from around here. I think he was like dorming at Buff State. Buff State. Yeah, I'm wearing a Buff State. I'm wearing
Buff
the
State
grommet,
alum?
dude. I'm Buff State alumni.
Yeah, I went to Buff State for
I think he
one
was-
quarter of a semester. I knew my time at Buff State was going to be bad is like they have that orientation that you have to go, like the mandatory orientation.
Yeah.
I walked in. I got the folder, and then I walked just straight through the building because there's like the door in the front, the door in the back that ends at the courtyard, and just walked home. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Dude. It's like I can leave. It's all
I
on me.
did,
I just need
though-
to pay him $5,000 and then I can leave anytime I want.
Yeah, they
This is great.
still want that money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
But I did get a cool sick free bus pass for like
Yeah.
6 months out of it.
You get that cool metro that you probably never used.
Yeah, maybe used it once or twice.
Cool. so now that whole fucking first half hour is just
Dude,
a
there's a
story
lot
about
of-
Weston and
There's a lot of fat you can trim off the Weston story in post. you
maybe
know?
Zach, can you at least
Dude,
so
that
we
was
can
a
get,
great- what are you
no,
talking
no,
about?
no, just so
Oh,
we
dude,
can
it
get
was
maybe
cool.
like a usable part of this for maybe like a clip or whatever. Can you just give us like at least a brief journey on how Fat came to life? Because we try and keep the podcast at least somewhat a little bit about creativity because that's what we like have said it's about. But so far,
all we just
So,
have is
we saw a movie,
Craig
bro.
just
It's
shitting
a
on
movie.
creators.
Guys,
okay, no,
dude,
it
guys,
was, no, it was, no.
Guys, we were making a movie.
No,
What are
it
you
was
talking
about
about
making.
That's
fuck,
true.
Okay,
That's true.
All right, cut out
And
that whole.
you know,
fucking-
if the
got
guy was a
frustrated.
Harvey Weinstein Jr., like maybe he deserves to be kind of ragged on for.
Are
a
we
second.
still talking about
Dude, that I do.
Are we still talking about Weston?
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yes, but hold on. We're almost done. Zach, that actually wasn't the moment. This is funny. That wasn't the moment that I decided. Because looking back on it.
So mad. I'm so mad.
Hold on, dude. Hold on. Let me just say this. Because looking back on it, I do believe I didn't fully hate Weston until I saw it wasn't him touching the ladies. It was him eating all the Oreos. I was like, dude, are you serious? You're going to think of what kind of maniac, sociopath needs to walk into another man's house, bought 2 packs of white fudge Oreos, and then you eat all of them?
Now, Craig, I get at 27 years old, you were probably really tied up on cash, but like 2 packs of Oreos, it's like you just dropped $14. I know that's a big spend for you. 2 packs of Oreos, especially the white chocolate ones. I'm not a fan, by the way. I'd like to put that on record. I don't like those, but
My boy Alex.
there's like 20 per pack of 40. You can crush 40 Oreos pretty easily, I'm sure.
My boy Alex, the director, didn't even get any, dude. I asked him. I'm done, dude. I'm fucking
you know,
Can we do it real quick?
well,
Wait,
no,
wait,
hold on.
wait,
Hold on.
Hold on. Can we
No,
do
hold
it
on.
real-
I'm sympathetic.
Can
I'm
we do just a real quick aside? I just need to talk to Craig just really quick. we had our first guest on.
I'm sorry, dude.
We had our first guest on. He actually has interesting things to talk about. He started a food truck, like a whole company, and you talked about Weston.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't.
For 20 minutes.
I didn't. I had to, dude. This has been so long. I've been thinking about this.
No, listen.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so
Keep going.
I'm the person at a party too, where if I'm uncomfortable and there's a snack table, I am gonna be the person. I'm gonna break the ice of eating, because no one wants to be the person eating. Maybe Weston was just trying to like break the mood, get everyone comfortable. Hey guys, there's cookies and pizza. Well, hey guys, there's pizza.
So Zach, how did you start?
How did Fat start, Zach? Tell us about your origin story.
Talk about Weston.
Tell us about your origin story, Zach.
Okay.
God damn.
Damn.
You just like you have a dream. It's like you want to start a podcast.
Just gets derailed by a
Tell me about Fat Zach.
Okay, well,
So you're a food truck.
yeah, so I have a food truck. I like food.
Is this usable? Can we use this?
Are we just? I told you. I think every time.
This feels a little scripted now. I don't know. I've always wanted to just work for myself, and I always knew that I would be in some sort of like food related field, and I've always wanted my own thing, and I worked with dogs for a long time, and I'd always said like, I'm gonna work in a I'm gonna own a restaurant. I'm gonna own a restaurant. And people kept saying like, have you ever worked in one? I said, no, that doesn't fucking matter. I'm just gonna be good at it. Eventually, I was like, hey, I'll just do it. I quit my job and I went on the search to work at a restaurant, and no one wanted to hire me at all. Because I would go in and be like, I make food at home. I'm going to crush this job. And they're like, get out of here, you know.
Get out of here,
Get outta
kid.
here.
Yeah.
But, you know, I had unwavering belief in myself, as I always have. And, you know, got a job, moved up quickly, and I saw this trailer come for sale. And immediately as I saw it, I was like, I'm just going to do that. Whatever it takes, like I'm gonna do that. I've learned I'm a shitty businessman, but I have Drew. Drew's great. Drew is
Shout out, Drew.
yeah.
Shout out
Drew.
Drew.
Drew is my business guy, you know, and I wouldn't be anywhere where I was without him, you know, helping me along the way. I've always said with him too. We always joke around like I'm the talent, and that's it. Like I make food. I know I make food that's good, but I don't know how to fucking file a W2,
Whatever,
whatever,
yeah,
the W,
yeah.
whatever, all the forms.
Shit's so
you know?
annoying, dude.
It's so annoying, but you know,
Why in the world, if they know how much we all owe in taxes, do we need to? I don't understand. Like, couldn't they just?
They
be
could
like,
just
"Yo."
send it to you. They could just send it to you. I
yeah,
guess.
it would be.
So you, what you said, something in there that you said is you and me. Backstory: me and Zach lived together for a long while, and then we all lived together for a little while, and then they lived together for I think even longer.
Even longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 years
there's-
with you and 3 years with you. Yeah.
But there's one thing that I think all three of us probably kind of share is that if there's, I think anybody who's creative and actually goes through with it also shares that you have this like drive and confidence in you that you can't really explain, but it is in there, and it kind of like it's like the fuel for the fire to like create anything. So I think like that, even when you were a kid and you didn't know how to like control the fire, if you will, like you knew that it was there, and that if you were to apply yourself at that thing, you were going to be great at it. Right? And I think anybody who's ever going to be great at anything actually does need that, like also.
Yeah, you can't feel like you're gonna fail.
Yeah, you got to watch the ball go through the hoop,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
You do. There's this. You have to be like almost ignorant enough in your own belief to be like, oh, I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you do really actually think about it, sometimes it's great. Like it seems crazy.
It
like
does,
especially
yeah.
for somebody that like doesn't write music, and then you're just like, I'm gonna write 10 songs and record it and make an album. Like to that. If you look at it too much, sometimes that's nuts. But if you just fucking do it, then like next
think
thing you know,
even-
you have an album.
I think even doing it, like if you after you do it and when you look back on it, like, sorry, let me reword that. If say you've written 100 songs, do you think when you write that 101st song, you would be like, oh, I know how I wrote those last 100 songs? Like I think every time you go to start something like else like that, you don't know like where it even came from in the past. You know? Does that make any sense? All right, whenever I write a song, I don't know how I wrote the last song.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did I even do that? But then you still are able to do it, you know? Like maybe with food,
Yeah, it's like Zach. He's like every time he makes a burger, he's like, how did I do it?
well, I think like creating a
This
special.
is beef, right?
How did I make that burger?
Well, no, I think like even creating a special, like you don't know what the thing is before you create it, but you have to have the confidence that you can create it.
And base knowledge.
So
as well.
I think, so like with specials in particular, I don't ever want to do them unless I want to, if that makes sense. Like,
Drew's talked about that before.
Yeah, he
swipe
hates
to
it. He
swipe to
hates
Drew
it.
talking about that.
Oh, this is wild. This is a fat call. Thank you for calling Fat. This is Drew. Hello? No, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, we are food after 10. We get confused often. So, but good luck finding fat cats, my guy. Have a good one. Bye-bye. It's crazy how many people call us for fat cats.
It's interesting, like owning my own business, right? I don't want to do anything if I don't want to do it. Like I won't just put it out. Like we even advertise like weekly specials. Stupid. I don't want to do a weekly special. I want to do a special when something inspires me. And sometimes I'll be sitting and just like and be like, huh, that would be good. Or, oh, I really want to eat this. I bet it's good. I'll sell it as well, you know?
Okay.
And
Well, that makes sense. That's like
so,
because
like,
you're passionate.
Yeah, because like I'll walk into a store and be like, huh, that looks good. I'll make something with that. But having like, and I don't know if it works with you guys with like creation of songs and stuff, but like the deadline of stuff, like, oh, you need to do this next week, like that. I don't thrive in that. It's like, if I want to do something, I'll make sure it gets done. And if I want to do something, I'll get so excited that it will get done. But I can't be forced to do anything. It kills me.
I agree, dude. I literally dropped out of art school because I used to love drawing and shit like that. And so I went for fine arts. And then as soon as deadlines started getting put on things, I was like, that's not how you make art. Like, you don't put deadlines on when that needs to get done. Like, I don't know.
I think that what inevitably happens if you do put deadlines on something, at least like say you put a deadline on it for yourself, you're like, I'm going to have this done in a week, and then you don't reach that deadline, you just get disappointed. Like, you just get disappointed. So yeah, I kind of understand that. I do that all the time though.
We're talking high art here, boys.
But if you do put a deadline on something, you don't reach that deadline, you get disappointed from that thing.
For sure. Is there more Pez in this?
No, I have another pack though if you want the other pack. Yeah. I've been practicing on that. I've actually been practicing that bit for like a week. So I went through a few.
The
of
Pez
them.
thing?
Yeah.
Crushed it.
Damn, what were we just about to talk about? Swipe to a fat clip so we can see what they're talking about.
There's a new food truck in town, and there's nothing skinny about it. Get ready for the latest and fattest in late night food. Fat. Food after 10. Made for mature audience. Viewer discretion advised.
Of the setup.
Of the setup?
Me and Drew setting up in tandem.
Is that in there? The trailer that I made?
Oh, the trailer.
The movie
See,
trailer.
it is, we've been lying. I own a food trailer, not a truck. It's not mobile.
I meant the movie. I meant the movie trailer. Though.
Yeah, the movie trailer's pretty good. It's pretty good.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Random thing, guys.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
last night, a guy came in to the restaurant and was saying he's from Florida and was talking about how he works in movies on like post-production, like sound stuff. Nice guy. We got into talking for a while, and I had just mentioned that we had played in Florida, and because he's like from Miami, and I was like, oh, he's like, you ever been to Miami? I was like, yeah, we played like the sweatiest music festival of all time in Miami.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, did you play at Sweatstock?
Get the.
And I was
that
like,
wasn't it,
what?
was
No,
it?
hold on. And I was like, no, it was called like Black Market Fest or something. He's like, oh, dude, that's Sweatstock at Churchill's.
Oh yeah,
And
it is.
He's like, and I was like, yeah, it was cool and the hottest I've ever been in my entire life. Because I don't know if you guys remember, we played at like that skate park.
Yeah.
And the
I
sun
remember.
was pointing
We have
directly
pictures.
at us.
Yeah. Pull up
Cut to the
pictures.
picture.
Yeah,
It's
no,
actually-
just put pictures up like here-ish area of that.
If
That
those,
was the sweatiest show I've ever played.
those
in my
pictures,
ever,
I think, are the best pictures ever taken of me. Though I got that stupid pink hat on. I'm just sweating through my clothes.
all we had to do is
Yeah.
like almost
You
die
look
of
hot.
heat stroke to get
Yeah.
the coolest picture.
We
gear-
almost died. I remember
Our
almost
gear
dying.
just
yeah.
like melting.
Bro,
Yeah.
it was
Everybody.
crazy.
But apparently, yeah, he's like, oh yeah, Little Haiti, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So random, right?
Yeah.
Did he happen to have been there before?
Yeah, he lives down there.
Was he there when we played?
I don't know if he was there when we
Oh,
played,
okay, but he
it
knew
still
it.
it happens, I guess, annually down there.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
Sweatstock.
yeah, I guess the locals call it Sweatstock. And then I was telling the story because we were driving around in that old cop car.
Yeah.
How we like pulled up
On the guys
trying to
with the
find it,
drugs?
and like, and then they just like
They left. They
everyone scattered.
Dude, yeah, it had this. Didn't it have like
It had the light on it.
Yeah,
on
it even
top?
had the-
It was straight up a cop car. We were never getting pulled over on that tour. It was
No.
great, and we drove through some like Georgia-ian places that if we did get pulled over, we would have gone to jail for a long time probably.
Did
Yeah,
I ever?
No, we didn't. Beep out that out.
Did I ever tell you guys though that I almost got all of our stuff stolen on that night? It's
What
happened.
do you mean? Because you left the doors open?
I
or
left the
something?
door wide open because I went. Okay, bleep part of this out, Trav, for me. We had some beforehand,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I was really in my own head because of the and someone walked up to me and said, because I was wearing just like a Heisenberg cutoff shirt, a fanny pack, and short shorts, just like ready to fucking cut a rug up, you know?
It's
and,
fun. That actually
and,
is.
Set up a rug, baby.
and someone walked by me and was like, nice outfit, tourist. And I'm like, and you know, my
Immediately
mind
call
not
that.
in its natural place. I was like, shit, they know. And I drove the car back to the Airbnb and changed my clothes and came back.
Are you kidding me?
And left the door unlocked and open with all of our gear.
When
Like,
you
'cause we-
came back?
Yeah, I came back.
But that's when you left it open.
Yeah.
When
So-
you parked over in like that, you were like parked far away too, weren't you?
Yeah, I drove back and I got changed, came back, and then we all went back after Rip Jr.'s set.
Yeah.
And I went to go open the door because I had the keys, and the door was just ajar.
Oh my god, dude. That's bad.
But dude, the lady who owned that house, badass. You
Yeah.
could just tell. She like drove up in the nicest car you've ever seen.
They respected her. in
Yeah,
that
like
hood,
no one
dude.
was touching that.
Nobody
lady.
was touching us, dude.
Yeah.
She's like, these are my white boys.
Yeah.
You don't
These are-
touch my
these are-
white boys.
these
And
are
then
Milo white
the
boys.
but then also, lo and behold, the next morning you get woken up by Steve from Rip Jr. just ripping the window open and jumping.
Oh,
on it.
anytime anybody could have just opened the window and just saw me and Abram just spooning each other. They'd be like, "Wow, she really did tell us to stay away from this house." I did not know this kind of stuff. was
I've
going on.
almost lost our gear 3 times just due to my own
Terrifying.
ineptitude. The
Looking
other
back
really
on it,
good
it's
one, because that van we had was just so bad, and the electronic doors would just open on their own accord, and it developed such a paranoia of me of my car doors being locked now. Because like I remember I was living on Norwood and Bryant. It's like 3 a.m. We had just played a show like 2 nights before, and I was like, something's wrong. Went outside, van door wide open. The first thing at the door is the orange head. It's just, and then like your amp is right there.
my
Our
God.
guitars are right there. Doors wide open. I was like, oh, thank God I came outside. It would have been there all night.
That's insane.
What do you think though? I've always thought about that moment too, you know, kind of to tie in how one day like everything just clicks for you, right? I was Target, someone's door was wide open at Target. Came back out of Target, the door was wide open still. Nothing was stolen, I don't think, or someone already did. But like, if there's something that obvious, like you were like, oh well, the person must be
Right, you
coming
don't-
right
That's a
back.
good point.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
You know, but it's I don't know. Like, had I left it overnight, say a person walked by 3 times and saw
3
that, they'd be like,
2.
yeah, maybe 2. On the way back, they'd be like, shit, all that stuff's still there.
Only because my memory is a little bit blurry, and I want to make sure that I get that this location was the right location. Was that the same place that Abram fell in love with the lady boy?
Dude, she was super hot.
She was-
In his
She's
defense, super hot and
But this is-
amazing dancer.
Was it the place?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to make sure because there was a bunch of locations, but that one was like the main hub.
That
for
was the
party,
main hub,
right?
yeah. So because like we played at the skate park that was like down the street,
Yeah.
earlier in the day, and then we were in that main. That was a weird.
I
thing.
just remember Steve from the band that we were touring with just being so stoked about it, just being like, "Yeah."
Well, drag shows are fucking
drag
off.
shows.
Well, so drag. I love drag shows. I love drag. That was the scariest drag show I've ever been to, though, because it was like industrial goth suicide drag, and then just like this hot dancer that Abram fell in love with.
They were just like.
I wish I remembered her
Every
name,
time I
yeah.
saw him throughout the rest of the night, he was just on the hunt, just like searching through all the nooks and crannies of the place, just being like, "Where is she?"
If we do find her, if somebody does find her name or whatever,
Oh,
pull
it'll-
up her-
Abram knows.
Pull
He
up
said-
her Instagram.
Abram's,
It'll-
Abram
He does?
talks about it to this day. He's like, follows her on Instagram.
We'll
Yeah.
pull up her Instagram.
Wait, hold on.
handle
I know
right
her
here.
name. Cat Wilderness.
That's probably
That
right.
is. No, I know this because I saw.
Yeah,
a
pull up the
video.
Instagram handle right
There
here.
was a video on.
Oh, we didn't turn on anything. That's all right.
There was a video on Instagram of her performing for like Beyonce's backup dancers in like a giant bumblebee costume, and I was like watching the video, and I was like, "That name's it's
Keep
her.
going.
It's her." You know.
Are you gonna put something on? Nice. She was in a Beyonce video.
She was doing a drag performance in Miami, and Beyonce's like backup dancers were there, and she was dressed in like a bee costume or something, like a bumblebee. Drag's sick though. I don't know if you guys partake in the drag, but
dude, I
I'm
don't know.
I'm such a fan.
Yeah, I
Such a
don't
fan.
know a lot about it. I do have Okay, we have to have at least a mark like right here. We'll call it right here, in case I can't say this or we can't put this.
I'll let you know if you can't.
Yeah. So I'll put like let's put a mark right here, just in case. And we're back. Marked back in.
I do think that person's very talented, though.
Nice.
Yeah. Buffalo drag scene right now is actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of really good people, and a lot of the people in the drag community are
Customers
of
F.A.T.
ours because we're partnered with 26 and Queer Friendly Bar, and it's awesome. That whole community is just super accepting and awesome, and so it's been really cool to be, in with those people.
They love you. So me and Craig, we talked last week about PBA, our company. We kind of work with you guys. We do a lot of your guys' videos and all that stuff. And what I've noticed on like the engagement of it is that whole community is very supportive of you guys, which has led to a lot more engagement outside of that community, just because they are showing you guys so much support, which is great. So shout out to the 26 community and all the people over there.
We should make more gay videos, dude.
And now they don't like us anymore. Thank you, Craig. No, but I think it's cool. I was
He's cooking a burger and then just turns around to the camera and like throws glitter up in the air.
Oh, Craig.
Cut to the glitter thing that we talked about 2 weeks ago.
So the way Big Glitter made all their money
Massive glitter.
was from the man, like it was from the military. What the hell does the military need glitter for?
No, I don't know. Like, I really, and it's been weird. So, like, for the winter, we've been down the street, the other end of Allen, in Holly Farms. And it's just crazy, the 3 blocks, like, the difference in worlds. And it really, like, having time to, like, reflect on both spots. I really just appreciate the, like, our original spot and, like, that community. And I think it's, like, going to a bar like that where it's, like, a known safe space for everybody, right? And, like, I can go in there. And I'm not a person in that community, but I'm accepted to go in there as well. Like I can go drink at that bar and have a good time.
Yeah, can you also, while Zach's saying that, just slowly pan into Zach's chest hair? And just,
Yeah, slowly pan to his chest hair and just picture him just standing there peeing in their gender neutral bathroom. Dude.
But I just think it's cool that, that. Because I feel like because it's a safe space and that we're just 2, straight white boys working in the back parking lot, that because we're partnered with them, like people already assume that we are going to be safe people as well. And then we are, which is cool. So it's like, we're all just like, oh, you're cool. We're cool. We're friends now. Yeah.
They're great there. I love them.
Yeah,
they're awesome.
And we've had a lot of people travel down the road to us from there, which is really, really nice, and I can't wait to be back over there.
Yeah. We should consider even maybe having them on, like Amanda or something like that. That would be cool.
Yeah.
She'd probably just make fun of us the whole time. Then.
Which
she
would
would
be nice.
Destroy you.
Yeah.
We'd have like a bruised ego for a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
she would
It'd be
rip
nice.
us apart.
Yeah.
Just 2v1. Just
But then she'd take us in her arms and just feed us like whiskey or like fucking yeah.
Very nice. I love them.
I was. Oh, when are you going back to the truck? Do you know? Just whenever the weather turns.
Yeah, just when the weather turns and it's real. Like we went down there for St. Patrick's Day, and then it was beautiful morning, and then all of a sudden it was a blizzard halfway through the day. So it's like it's so nice today, but like I'm hoping like 2 weeks, May.
Oh, so you might even be back there by the time
this comes out. I could be back down there. Yeah. I'm hoping like first week of May. Probably won't snow again. Hopefully,
Yeah. Hopefully.
Man, I love this game so much. I had this for Sega Dreamcast. Did you guys have a Sega Dreamcast?
No, but I remember always kind of wanting one because of Sonic.
Sonic Adventures 2. Greatest opening level of any game ever made in that era.
I've always wanted one. We had N64. My dad got us that pretty early, and couldn't really complain. So
N64 is also great. I had a lot of good games, but the N64 at my grandparents' house, they had Smash, they had GoldenEye.
Yeah, dude.
They had all the good ones.
Dude, what do they need those for?
because the grandkids were coming over. It was the hub, so we would all like me and my cousins. We would go in the back. It was the back bedroom, and there was a little TV set up in the corner. They had the Nintendo. They had the Donkey Kong World where you had to get that little like red clip-in thing to extend the RAM on the N64 to be able to play the game. That was a great fucking game. That was a great fucking game.
Then that's kind of a funny picture of your grandpa, just like while kids are gone, he's just like getting down on.
Oh, I just
like
picture him playing GoldenEye. Yeah.
It's like, well, actually, the Uzi's the.
Oh, dude, my grandpa
Uzi's
is so
the most
much cooler than
popular
that
gun.
voice you're doing right now. He's an actor, bro.
Yeah, he is cool. I wasn't sure what grandpa was, dude.
Oh yeah.
Dude, speaking of
let's
him,
talk
so
about-
yeah, so
can you give, because just nobody has any idea.
Yeah,
Tell 'em
so
who-
He's and
Richard Benedict.
He's an actor on Hallmark
He's in
films.
their Lifetime movies
Lifetime,
mostly.
sorry.
So he does a lot of like Christmas movies, and he doesn't play Santa per se, but he plays like the spirit of Christmas guy,
Mhm.
And because he
Resembling
has the look,
Santa.
yeah, it's like
He's
the
been
first.
pigeonholed a little bit, just
Well, it's
'cause
like,
how he
he's
looks.
got the greatest white beard of all time. Great guy. He did though.
Pull up a picture of.
Oh,
your
please pull up
Gramps.
his
Yeah.
headshot because he is just such a good looking man.
He either plays Santa or somebody that looks like Santa.
in the
everything.
in the Lifetime movies,
He's done Western.
He's done westerns. He's
I bet
done.
he could pull off like a really good like general in the war.
He's played like cowboys. He looks great on a horse, but
Great on a
Yeah.
horse, dude. Just a big giant
But dude,
man
so it's
on a
crazy.
horse.
So like, I don't know if you guys have this with your family, but like, I have like a family group chat, right, on like Facebook Messenger, and it's how we just like, keep in contact on what's going on. And my mom, out of nowhere, no context, put a picture of my grandpa in a casket, looking just like super dead.
Why?
And then she just sent it, and then like 3-4 minutes later, went, "Grandpa's doing a commercial." It's just like, because I mean he's in his 80s now, he's an old man,
It's not an unrealistic
yeah.
picture,
So
you
it's it's no one wants to open their messenger and just see like
It's
What
a
did
wild
you-
way
what-
to tell
see
somebody.
Grandpa. Right,
that is
right.
a wild. It's just
and
a
it's like I
wild
didn't get an
thing
invite to
do.
the funeral either.
It's a wild thing to do. But what was your reaction? Right when you saw it, what was your reaction?
I just went.
I wonder how much money he's got.
X divided by 16.
No, it's
Minus
like
that fucking
So
four wheeler that I broke when I was
he's
18.
I was
You
a
actually-
razor.
Yeah,
It
you
was a
and you
razor.
actually did break it, didn't you?
Yeah, but that was my uncle's.
Tell him how you were a bad boy and broke your uncle's.
Let me finish
Yeah,
this
finish.
thing. I will tell that
Yeah,
story
yeah,
too
yeah,
because
yeah.
that's a thrilling story of
Adventure.
and just overcoming the odds. Also,
Adventure.
Trials and tributations.
Yeah. It's actually pretty incredible. But he's he's doing a commercial for sour like dried fruit candy. And the tagline is, "It's so sour it'll wake up your dead grandpa," or something like that.
What the
So it's like they sent a clip. He sent a clip of it, and he's like, so he's supposed to be dead, and they like pop one of these things in his mouth, and he sits up and like screams.
That's
actually rad. That's
I'll show you. Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to play the clip, but if so,
If
we'll
we
put
can play the
up.
clip,
I'll show
play
you
the
guys
clip.
the clip, but.
And if we play it in reverse, it'll look like it'll look like,
That he's
it'll
dying?
look like the tagline is actually "It's so
sour,
sour,
it'll
it'll
kill-
kill you."
Can we actually, if we get the clip, play it backwards and then add that?
his mouth, like maybe we can take it out. It'll be okay.
Yeah. If we can get
Kids
the
will
if we can get the clip and play the clip, play it backwards actually, and add the tagline.
So the story though, so I have a very bad track record with like ATVs of any kind. I can drive a car really well. Good driver. I don't want to drive a motorcycle, four-wheeler, snowmobile,
Taxi.
Everything that I've ever driven that's like an ATV of some point, I have crashed or broken, or like I was riding a snowmobile on the snowmobile trails on Grand Island, and I fell into like a powder snow embankment like 5 feet deep.
Dude, those are actually really dangerous.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, I
Was
was
it
like,
one of the
eh,
tree?
it
What
was
are those
like-
tree wells. Have you ever heard of tree wells?
It was like on like the West River Parkway. There's like that center of grass. It was just like where they had moved snow, or there was a big snowstorm. It was up in the side, and I had stopped moving to wait for everybody because I was like gunning ahead, and as soon as I stopped, I just went.
That's nuts. How'd they get it out? You
my
have to
dad
dig it?
fucking pulled it
Your
out.
dad's a maniac.
Like
He's moving
hand?
fridges
Yeah.
on his own.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Those are the tree wells. They can be like 6 to 10 feet deep, depending on like how. Like they can be
Yeah.
like crazy deep, and snowboarders sometimes will fall in them and like die.
Yeah,
Will
I don't
literally
know-
just die from suffocation.
I don't know if it's because I was like 14 when this happened, but I was like, I'm 5 feet under the ground right now. You know, like I couldn't climb out myself. You know.
Wow.
I was like that same year too in the summertime though. I had like gone back to Utah and was driving my friend's mom's brand new 4-wheeler and hit a tree stump that was sitting outside the the like side of a mountain, like it was growing out. Hit it with the wheel, flew off, rolled the 4-wheeler rolled like 5 times, and me and my friend were like 14 again, and we're just like, shit, are you okay? And I was like, I'm fucked up. My leg's just so fucked.
He's like, we can't say anything.
We can't say anything. So it's like we flip the thing. We flip we flip all the things over. You know, it still drives. We're like, okay, we'll just go back. And it was the last day. Like it was like a morning ride before it was like time to pack up and go. You know,
wow.
and we get it back, and she's like loading it onto their 4-wheeler trailer, and she's like, why are there all these dings and scratches on this thing? And then we're just like,
You're like, can
Zach-
somebody please help?
yeah, literally as soon
Your
as it was
leg's
like,
just bleeding
as
through.
soon as it was like, okay, the jig is up here, I was like falling to the ground, just like, oh, I hurt so bad. I didn't get in trouble though. He did for taking me on an intense trail because
It was his fault.
Yeah, it was his
He was
fault.
the-
I didn't
he
know
was
what I
the
was
bad-
doing. It
yeah.
was the first time I'd ever ridden a 4-wheeler. That
So
camp
then
trip.
you're riding
Okay,
a
so-
dune buggy.
It's
in
like a
Utah?
dune buggy. It's there's
Do you know this story?
I know this.
It's a Polaris Razor is what they're, and they're like they look like a dune buggy, but they have like a roll cage, and they're meant for like outdoor climbing stuff. They're really popular in Utah because you know the terrain and stuff.
Yeah.
All of this stuff has already happened before this, right? Like I've crashed 4 or 5 things at this point, and so I'm just like, guys, I'm not gonna go. It's okay. Like I know it's like it's my family loves it. Like my grandparents in retirement, they go do like crazy like rock climbs up like mountain faces in these things. Like yeah, it's awesome. They're so much cooler than I am. And they're just like, come on, you're coming. We're gonna go do it.
Like, in fact,
It'll
you're
be
driving.
fine. Yeah, it's like you have to have a time. And so we're out in like the sand dunes area, like in Utah, and like it's outside of Tooele. Show a picture of
Yeah,
Tooele.
classic Utah location,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. People there, it's Toole, Thule is how you would say it, Tooele. But either
Shout
way,
out to Willow.
It's close to Salt Fork, Utah.
it's like by Spanish Fork. Yeah,
Spanish Fork, Utah.
yeah, it's up in that
That's
area. Like
Ohio,
it's
I'm
by
sorry.
yeah,
It's
it's near the
Ohio.
salt. Like it's like the salt flats, and then there's like big dunes there also.
There's a Salt Fork State Park in Ohio. I
Um,
get confused. I'm sorry.
So I don't know if you guys have ever seen a sand dune before, but generally in like a dune, like they're like the same gradient both ways. And I'm driving, I'm having fun, you know. I'm like, this is a good time, and that's always what happens. I have a good time, and I'm like, let's fucking go. And I go up a
You have
sand
too
dune.
good of a time.
Yeah, I go up a sand dune thinking that I'm gonna just like roll down the other side, and this one had just like a cutoff on the other side.
It's like cliff.
My grandpa's in the passenger seat, by the way. Context.
Yeah,
And
Can we pull up can we still pull while
the
you're
same
telling this
screenshot,
story the
yeah.
picture of your grandpa?
There's also a
like,
picture
in the
I'll send-
coffin.
Maybe use AI.
I'll send you guys a picture that he took of me that was like 30 seconds before this crash, and you can
Yes.
see me because like I have this look of concentration on my face, just like.
This doesn't look right.
And but he's over there having fun, grandkid in the thing. He's like showing me that's the first time I ever driven one of these things. So I go up and it just cuts off, and we're like 30 feet up, and then in hindsight, I'm like, what if I had gunned it? Could I have just flown?
Oh, wow.
And
that would've
just
been
like
sick.
awesome,
Dukes of Hazzard
awesome
it.
slow-mo like explosions going on behind me. But instead I panic and I hit the brakes, like trying, but I'm in sand, so obviously I don't stop. And I just end over end roll down this like
It's probably better you did that.
yeah, we didn't have helmets. You don't really wear helmets in these because you're like in like racing seats and you have like the full buckle on and like you're not really expecting to hit anything. If you're gonna like do one of those weird rock things, like we're actually climbing rocks, like you'd probably helmet up. No helmets, just strapped in. We hit the ground so hard that the roll cage compressed, and I'm so tall that the roll cage compressed and like was like touching the top of my head. So I obviously got the wind knocked. It was rolled, and we're sitting on our butt with like the wheels pointing out, right? So like nose of the car's in the air.
Oh shit!
We're sitting on the back. I look over at my grandpa, just blood everywhere, right?
See, hit his forehead.
Yeah, so they're on these vehicles. There's like a rear view mirror that's like a long rectangle across the top. He caught the corner of it on like right above his eyebrow. And anything on your face just bleeds profusely, you know.
Gotta get out the petroleum jelly for him.
So like we're just sitting there, like looking back.
compress?
I'm looking at my grandpa. He's just a bloody mess. And we were with my uncles and cousins. They were all riding dirt bikes, and they just, you know, we were the tail, so they were just gone. So we're just sitting there, and like we're just fucked up, you know. Both of us just kind of just it's like.
I didn't even want to kill
like,
Grandpa. I didn't want to do this.
You're both fully trauma bonded at
Yeah,
this
but
point.
we're just like, you know, we had the "Are you okay?" and there's just like, yeah, from both of us, like, yeah, we're okay.
Yes.
But I can't get out, you know. And then I don't know how long it was, you know. You don't really have a good scope of time, but it wasn't that long. They realized we weren't behind them, and they circled back and saw us, and they're like, see their dad and my cousin's grandpa bleeding out of his face, and so like obviously they're just like you know, it turned into full panic. They get the vehicle down, and then they look at me and they're like, can you drive this back to the camp? And I'm like yeah, sure, you know, adrenaline's going, so I drive it back. We make it back.
Fuck yeah.
It's funny, they were saying too, it's like because they were a little bit ahead of us, they're like, someone's gonna fuck themselves up on this thing because it's like such an anomaly. Because normally anything with that gradient has a good gradient.
They said that to each other.
To each other because they
didn't think to like
warn us. Yeah, because like I think they had been out there for a day already, and we came up for like the last day of it. I'd been there probably 2 hours at this point. And the nearest hospital was like an hour and a half away. So we all load up into the car. He's bleeding. He's holding a thing to his head. I'm just like kind of out of it. Go to the hospital. And this is where it's crazy, though. I got all like the brain scans done. They're like, you're fine. I just kind of like was like, poof, but I didn't have a concussion. I didn't have anything.
Shock, yeah.
I was more in
You were in
shock.
shock,
Yeah, but I
yeah.
didn't have a concussion. And they're just like, it makes no sense that you didn't have a concussion. I might have a picture of the razor also with the bent roll cage.
Yeah, if you have that, also pull.
Yeah, apparently I have a really tough head.
No shit.
But they were surprised like that I didn't have like any sort of like trauma going on up there.
Dude, you're like Bruce Willis's character in Unbreakable, dude.
Yeah.
You just can't. Have you been sick recently?
Oh,
Can you not get sick?
No,
either?
dude, I'm sick. I have 2 kids. I'm sick all the time.
Oh, really? Is that how that works?
Oh,
Coulda
it's
lied
so
to me,
bad.
bro.
No.
I wanted to Mr. Glassy.
I don't
right
know,
there
dude.
for a
I
little
don't-
bit
I don't
like,
fake
yes,
anything. I
You
don't fake
are a
anything, bro.
superhero.
But yeah, it was crazy. And then I was like, this is why I didn't want to try. I didn't want to drive.
Yeah.
You had to get stitches. I just went out there a couple years ago, and they're like the big event. It was like a big family reunion thing, and the big event was another razor ride because they love it. And I was like,
send the newbie off the cliff again.
well, I was like, I'm gonna go, but I'm not driving. And they're like, yes, you are, because that's all, you know, get back on the horse thing. They don't. They're such great people. Like they weren't mad at me. They understand accidents happen.
Yeah.
But they were like, you're driving this thing again. And I was like, no, I'm not. I did end up driving it, though. Didn't
Probably a good
crash.
call.
First time I never crashed.
Yeah.
Hey,
But I
look at
was terrified the entire time because I was a passenger in it. And some of the train we were on was crazy. Like, we came up to a spot, and we had a guide for this thing because we were, like, in, like, wilderness stuff, you know?
Huh.
And he's like, just be careful. This next spot we're going... In the wintertime, like this most recent winter before, 2 snowmobilers just drove off the edge of the cliff. And like these cliffs are crazy, like sheer drops. So I'm just like, okay, I don't want to go up there. Can we just like, not as like the route takes you up and then back the other way. So it's like we'd have to backtrack the entire way or like do a loop, you know? It was so terrifying. And then there's like in this section too, there's like these big fissures that are coming through. So if like you drive too far where you're like, I'm fine right here, but in 100 feet, if I stay in this exact spot, I'm going to fall down
I see.
1,000 fucking feet. It was terrifying.
Jesus.
So I've never actually been in a situation where that could happen.
Yeah.
How long, like how many seconds pass from you seeing the anomaly before the anomaly happens? Is it instantaneous? You're just like cliff and then you're over the cliff? Or do you
So
go like
with-
that?
with- so
like it
how-
looks like it might be an edge up there.
So
Now we're at the edge.
When we went and we were in the summertime, you could clearly see it. But in the mountains of Utah, when it's all snowy and it's all white, they said you can't see it at all. Like you are just to the edge and then you have fallen off. So like,
Okay.
yeah.
So when you went over the dune,
Oh, with the dune though, I didn't know until I was like almost at like the top of the crest because like
you assumed it was just going to roll
I
over.
thought I was gonna go roll over.
Okay.
Yeah, and it didn't roll
didn't,
over.
it just-
Yeah, it just went. It was probably. I mean, it wasn't a full like that. It was probably like that, but still to,
incline
like,
that you could still roll down.
yeah, because I tumbled down.
yeah.
But it's like going up. It was like a very nice like.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like one of those slides at a water park where it's like it's not fully straight, but like you're almost straight. It was like that on the way down.
Jesus.
Yeah, kind of scary. I don't want to drive ATVs though. I'm cool. I like a car. You know,
Cars are great.
I'm a good driver.
Yeah.
I'm a good driver.
Great driver.
Great parallel parker.
All right, what are we at here, dude? Let's wrap this thing up.
I'll wrap it up. What time?
Well, we have 20 extra minutes because we're gonna cut out everything about Weston.
No, dude, we're leaving that in. That's important.
We're gonna leave it in. We'll leave it.
What do you mean we're gonna cut out that?
We'll leave it in. Maybe we'll speed it up by like 0.5 or
What are you
something.
talking? That was a
You put it
great.
into just like
That was a good story. What are you gonna?
No, they
ruin
can.
it?
No, they can hear it. It'll just be a little quicker than you.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, like kind of chipmunk it. So are we gonna call it? Is that good?
I think we did good.
No,
Let's
sure.
crush it.
Yeah, I felt good about that. We can pat ourselves on the back for that one.
Zach, thanks for coming, buddy.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah,
Zach.
thank you for having me.
Everybody, check. Can you give a plug? Give your Instagram handle, where you're at, things like that.
F.A.T Instagram _F.A.T._. Basically everything's on there. We're gonna be at 26 Allen, I would assume, at the time this comes out. Be there all summer, late night till 3 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Stop by. Don't order through DoorDash. It's 30% out of us. Stop by, please.
Awesome. Thank you, Zach. We really appreciate you coming. This is 2 is Better Than 1. I'm Trev.
Craig.
And we will see you next time. Thanks again.